What's going on, everybody? C4, welcome back to the channel, and today we're here for episode 44 of our Vancouver Grizzlies Madden 22 Pink Slips franchise, and today we are in the playoffs. Took us a little bit to get back here, but it was very, very clear early on this season, the 2024 season, as we finished with a 13-4 record. This was a very good team. This was a very special team. This is a team that had the potential to go on and compete for a Super Bowl title, led by Freight Train Schmidt, X-Factor quarterback that we got as a backup to Josh Rosen. And then through the greatness and optimization of Madden, we got spoiled that he was an X-Factor, and it's been nothing but just committing to their young quarterbacks since Chuba Claypool, Huffman, Pitts, O-line's on point. That's even though we did lose, actually let's take Fitzpatrick there and make him a starter. Even though we did lose the season finale, and we ended up losing some guys, we lost an offensive lineman there. We lost on the back end Tariq Woolen, who I think win. I mean, it's not even an if; it's a win. We do pink slips in Madden 23. I am going to guess that Tariq Woolen's going to be one of our top players. But we still have a very talented roster, and I think we absolutely have a chance to get our second Super Bowl title in franchise history here in the 2024 season. But it all starts with running the gauntlet and taking on Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, and the Cincinnati Bengals. 9-8. They're good. They're better than us. They're an 85 overall. And I just think we get right into the episode. But first thing is first, as you could just see at the top of your screen, Week 18, we did lose to the Colts 44-41. Now, that was a game that I played the offense, simmed the defense, and we've had times like that in the past where we'll throw in like, oh, let's just have the star rating stuff. I took that one on the chin, and we ended up rolling on the loser wheel, worst playbook. We've rolled on the winning wheel, best playbook. That is how we've ended up with the Kansas City Chiefs offensive playbook and the Kansas City Chiefs defensive playbook, which didn't really help us out Week 18. And I asked you guys, and it was all over the place. I mean, it's probably, everybody thinks they have the worst playbook, or they know what the worst playbook is. But we had to figure out what is a punishment. What are the worst playbooks? And I'm going with actually a response that it might not be true, but I think it's probably true. And it's a team that has always been cursed for me. It's a team that if you go back to all the rebuilds, when did I start doing Madden rebuilds? Madden 17? 16? Madden 17? I think Madden 17. I don't think, out of all the teams in the 32 options, easily my least successful franchise. And I think because of that, it makes it that much more interesting to be like, you know what? They probably are. We are going to be rocking the Detroit Lions playbook. Detroit Lions offensive playbook. Detroit Lions defensive playbook. I was thinking maybe Buffalo because Josh Allen underperforms, but maybe that's just a Josh Allen thing. Maybe that's a Josh Allen issue. When you really think back at it, what is just a team that you never have success with in Madden, in franchise mode? And I think the Detroit Lions are as ripe of a team to fit the bill of a punishment for using their offensive and defensive playbook. So that is what we're going to... Actually, I will say one thing, though. Is that defensive playbook a 3-4, right? Shouldn't that be... Is it a 3-4? Because... Oh, no, it's base 4-3. Okay. I thought the Lions were in a 3-4. All right, that works well. So I might as well line up the offense. So the base 3-4 works for their defensive scheme. Their offense is power run vertical. So vertical power run. Right now, our team's 70% scheme fit on vertical zone run, but when we go to vertical power run, 62. So, I mean, we might as well switch to that, make the full-on commitment to the punishment, and it's only just a, marginal drop-off for our team. So, hopefully, not too many guys will be feeling the sting of switching this playbook, because this is a very big game for this franchise. Let's set up our strategy for this matchup. And let's take a look at what they're good at. They're pretty damn good at throwing the football. I don't know why they want us to take away Joe Mixon. They're 18th in rushing yards. They like to throw it. We got Joe Burrow here. Sure, we'll defend the deep pass. Looking at how we should attack them, we got to worry about their kicker, Evan McPherson. All right. The defense actually is pretty shit. They're really good at getting pressure, so maybe go blitz counter. They're one of the best blitzing teams, so we will go blitz counter. And then for our week, it's just about getting through it healthy. We know You know, at this point, there's probably not going to be any gains in terms of overall that are going to drastically improve our squad. But let's see, Sean Oakman, he's more of a morale at this point. He's going to be out with turf toe, so we're going to be missing like our DN6. That's pretty good on the defensive side of the ball. Offensive side of the ball, we will be going into this game full strength, ready to take down the Bengals and going around. Today's episode is just this matchup against the Cincinnati Bengals. That's what I like to do here for the playoffs. Just kind of keep it one game apiece. For Spellman, he is a deep threat, but we have been rocking with him in the slot, so let's continue to refine that aspect of his game, get him up to a 77 slot. I mean, he's been, you know, again, for a rookie, for a guy that's, you know, especially with Kyle Pitts, debatably like our fourth option, he had a hell of a rookie season. I wouldn't be surprised when all is said and done for the awards if he's up there for Offensive Rookie of the Year, at least top 5. But it is time now to take on the Cincinnati Bengals, see if we could start the gauntlet out right. Go on, beat the Bengals, win the division round, win the AFC Championship game, and get back to the Super Bowl. It all starts here today with the Detroit Lions playbook. I don't know what I'm getting into, but hopefully it's not that bad. Oh, he just dominates in the playoffs. Aiden Hutchinson, let's go. You can't see me, dog. They go just check down middle of the field. That whole drive was wrecked by Aiden Hutchinson with that early sack, and we hold the Cincinnati Bengals to a punt. I mean, this is my third play on the... Looks very simplified. A very simplified offense here. Boom. And we go to... That's a bad drop. Man, I'm getting the feeling that this is I'm getting lied to. This is a 3-4 playbook. Like, why is Aiden Hutchinson playing fucking D-tackle? And my outside linebackers are edge. You know? I don't know. I might have to change this here after this game, but maybe just some sort of weird hybrid front. I don't know. That's part of the punishment. There we go. There we go. You know what? 3-4, 4-3 don't matter when you got D-line making them do that on third down. Man, that's like my favorite play. The high underthrown ball to Kyle Pitts. 54-yard field goal. Matt Ariza. Been hot and cold as a kicker this year. That is dead on as you could get. And right down the middle, opening points here for the Grizzlies. All right, we got a 3. Like, here's where I'm getting trippy. Like, why is Hutchinson not out there on 3rd and 4? I feel like that's a schematic problem. Oh, there we go. Someone got home. Who's that? Ed Oliver, second sack. Him and Aiden Hutchinson, when they're both on the field, for some reason, my team doesn't always have them both on the field. But when they're both on the field, man, absolute game wreckers together. 3rd and 13. Looks like a pretty good opportunity here to hold them to a field goal attempt, which is what we're going to do. And Evan McPherson, very good kicker, nails it. We're tied at 3. Oh, let's go, Chuba, man possessed. Big run there. Who cares about the Lions playbook? When you're that damn good, you can run a high school play. We can run Naval Academy playbook and we'll be able to go on a playoff run here. Big time opening touchdown for who else? Chuba Hubbard. Oh, thank God the Bengals O-line sucks. Miles Gentry getting in on the sack party. Hits him with the Hulk Hogan. 3rd and 12. Let's go. Let's use your old superstar X Factor. Enabled Ed Oliver here. Run that guy over. They go the check down, and it was enough to Azuma. Gutsy play. Let's go, man. Is that Travon Walker? I like the Bengals are not following the Bengals in real life. And still are just apparently 4 years in, not done anything to protect Joe Burrow. This is a big 3rd down, man. They don't get this. We got plenty of time to score. And if we get a score before halftime, We don't lose a lot of games when we go up by multiple scores. So that's a good throw by Joe Burrow. Oh. Oh. He's terrified, man. Joe Burrow, he's seeing ghosts right now. They're going for the long field goal attempt. McPherson's absolute money from 57. Oh. Make a miss. First goal in the 9. Still got one timeout. Really, we'll like to get at least 3 shots for the end zone. But let's see what we do. We got Claypool, Pitts, Huffman. I'm looking Pitts, probably. Bates is on the left side. Fuck! Oh, let's rebound here. Let's rebound here. That's what happens. Let's take the ball out of our rookie. It's a rookie quarterback in his first playoff game. He's bound to have a mulligan or two there. But you know who it's not? First playoff run. Chuba. I'm not gonna. I don't want to swear, man. I don't want to swear, but Chuba fucking Hubbard, baby. It's game time. 3rd and 11 on the opening drive here for the Bengals in the second half. It's time to 3rd and 11. That's perfect time to dial up some pressure and knock Joe Burrow on his ass. There you go. Oh, what's that flag? That wasn't roughing. I didn't even touch him. Beloved mod, this is one of the downsides of the mod. You never see what the what they're saying. We're going to decline that holding penalty, force the punt. Oh, big pass, Kyle. Oh, and he breaks the tackle into Bengals territory. Slants to Claypool. I don't want to say this is a must-score drive for the Bengals, but it's pretty much a must-score drive. And by score, I mean touchdown. Field goal will not do them any good. And there's just Ed Oliver and Hutchinson taking the game more. I would go for it if I was in 4th and 3. No pulse whatsoever on the offensive side of the ball, and they punt it. Oh, we got a chance to take a shot here. Huffman, Claypool. Who wants it? That looks good. For pink scoring, let's see if we can get this into Claypool. That wasn't a great ball at all. 3rd and 7 coming up. Take another shot for the end zone here. I mean, first down would be cool. We got Huffman. We got the Canadian Josh Palmer subbing in. Oh! All right, we'll take the field goal. Any points at this point to extend the lead is pretty safe. Oh, beautiful. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. So they need it. He's really good. I'll say this, man. Joe Mixon, very impressive with how many tackles he breaks. Just how damn good of a player he is in Madden. And that's how you respond to that. Oh, I fucked that up. It's still good. That was like the worst field goal I've ever done. And it's still just, he's the kick god. That's why. 4th and 6. They got some yards back there. Cheap yardage. But we got to get off the field here. This might be dagger. How did I not pick that off? Punish them. That's pink scoring that we're just leaving on the fucking field there. Star. And it's just a fucking diving, Jesus Christ, superhero interception, Jesse Bates. Of course it is. So take a look at the scoring here. We won the game. We won by 14, which is 1.5 stars. Looking at our player stats, FTS with over 300 yards passing gets a half star. Chuba Hubbard with 200 yards rushing and 3 touchdowns gets 1.5 star. Kyle Pitts over 100 yards receiving gets a half star. And on the defensive side, big score, man. 8 sacks by the Grizzlies today. Ed Oliver going over 3 sacks gets him a half star. Travon Walker with 2 sacks gets him a half star. And it ends up, you add it all up, it's a 5-star performance on the dot for the Vancouver Grizzlies. A big upgrade coming. So before we do anything, let's take a look at the spin the wheel. Going with just this for right now. Dev increase, Monstars, plus 20, plus 10, any team in the NFL. No, I mean, I guess I would say at this point, Dev increase is probably the one you don't want. And I almost feel like every time I talk about the one I don't want, it's what we roll, but we actually get Monstars. So what that means is that we could take one attribute of a player on the Cincinnati Bengals and apply it to someone on our own team, which is awesome. The only player that we can't upgrade, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, because you guys got to vote on it, I think Bernard Huffman, our wide receiver, we rolled this against the Titans, and we got A.J. Brown's route running, and we gave that to Huffman. I think it was his deep route running. So he's the only player that's going to be off limits, because I already know, like, Jamar Chase probably has got some pretty appealing stats. But hey, we might be able to look at Joe Burrow, some guys on the back end of the defense, but we rolled a Monstars on top of the plus 10 we earned just by beating the Cincinnati Bengals. Awesome. So here's where we're going to spend our plus 10. I worked it out to get 10 on the dot. We're going to be sending Tyson Philpott, who is a Canadian, who's part of the draft. We're just chilling on our practice squad. 70 normal. Not, just hasn't really made a play. And, Chase Claypool has a certain build. Height, weight, speed, right? Huffman, 6'3", 90 speed. Bengals have this guy as, like, wide receiver 4. Brian Madden, 6'4", 220, 77 star depth. So we're spending, like, this is our big upgrade. Plus 7. He's a depth wide receiver. But 6'4", 93 speed, 91. That's just, there's pink slips for you. There is pink slips for you, freak athlete. We're also going to be sending for a plus 2, Micah McFadden, who's been, a serviceable guy. We're going to bring back one of our underrated big-time players, Jabril Cox. He was massive for us 2 years ago. Look at that, man. He did most of that damage, it felt like, with us. 116 tackles, 7 TFLs, 2 sacks, 2 picks. Went up dev trait, but then because, old Jerry Jones, we lost him. So, much like Aiden Hutchinson, reuniting a great player. And then we're going to send Yarbrough, who's been on our team like 7 times, but he's at 5'9", 210, just like a weird build. So we're going to send him for a plus 1 upgrade to get Brandon Parks. More of a traditional, even though he's slot, I would, I feel a little bit more comfortable putting him on the outside. Has the dev trait increase, 94 speed, 93 acceleration, terrific athlete to come in and be our corner 3. That is the deal. That is how we maximize our plus 10. But now we're going to run through the scenarios for that Monstars roll, and that is what you guys are going to vote on in the comments section. Just to know what we're working with. Let's just go a week here, because we might have some players to get some upgrades, but we also just figured out who we're taking on in the AFC Divisional round, and it is going to be Lamar Jackson and the 13-4 Baltimore Ravens. We'll get this upgrade here for old Ed Oliver. After that dominant 3-sack performance, that's a lot of good attributes getting buffs there. But ahead of this matchup, we're going to end this video. Again, let's look at some of these abilities that we could steal from Cincinnati. All right, so to finish the video, I'm going to run through, from the Bengals' perspective, the upgrades, and I'll give you the values that they represent for our own team. We'll finish with Joe Burrow, because I think that's the most interesting one, but there still are some pretty big upgrades that we can consider, especially featuring some of the star talent that currently is on the Cincinnati Bengals. So we're going to start with Jesse Bates and how he applies to both of our safeties. And with Jesse Bates' 97 zone coverage, if we gave that to Tramon Woods, it would be a plus 14 upgrade to the zone coverage. We could also look at Jesse Bates' 90 pursuit, and if we looked at giving that to Javon Holland, that would be a plus 7 to Javon Holland's base pursuit rating. So if we want to show a little love and steal from the #1 ranked free safety in the league, those upgrades can be had. As always, guys, I will pin in the comments all these different upgrades so you guys can vote on, but that is for the safety Jesse Bates. Logan Wilson is a big-time player, and we're going to focus on Miles Gentry, who has kind of been, unheralded, very good linebacker for us. And the best upgrade we could look at is down at the bottom there. Logan Wilson's 82 zone coverage. We could apply that to Miles Gentry, and that would be a plus 11 to his base zone coverage. So if you're just kind of thinking maybe the tiebreaker here is like, what is from a number standpoint, the buff standpoint, going to be the biggest, that's what I need to side with. Plus 11 is quite substantial and one of the highest upgrades we could have, especially for someone like Gentry, who's one of our most important players on the defense. Next up, we'll look at DJ Reader, and this will apply to Ed Oliver. DJ Reader and his 92 block shed would represent a +6 to Ed Oliver, and that just help us out a little bit as a run defender. I mean, I don't know how much better Ed Oliver needs to get, but that's an upgrade worth mentioning and suggesting. The last defensive upgrade is actually kind of crazy, and we're going to take a look at Trey Hendrickson, who has 93 finesse move, and if we applied that to Aiden Hutchinson, that would be a +15. Aiden Hutchinson is currently sitting at 99 power move, but his finesse move is a little less. So we just want to straight up make him unstoppable. We could take Trey Hendrickson's finesse move, and that would be +15 to Aiden Hutchinson, who's already unstoppable. So right now, at least on the defensive side of the ball, that is the one I would favor. And on the offensive side of the ball, we're going to look at Jamar Chase, who has 92 deep route running, and because we can't touch Huffman, really the only other wide receiver that we got that would be big enough of an upgrade would be Chase Claypool, and that would be +12 to take the 92 deep route running and give it to improve Chase Claypool off his base 80 deep route running. And the last upgrades, it might be the most important. We're taking a look at Joe Burrow and how it applies to Freight Train Schmidt. We're going to take a look at Joe Burrow's deep accuracy, 92 deep accuracy. We apply that to Freight Train Schmidt, that's +6. We look at his 97 mid accuracy, apply that to Freight Train Schmidt, that's +11. Or we look at his 96 short accuracy, and that would be a +9 upgrade to Freight Train Schmidt. So as much as we talk about like the +15 to Hutchinson or some of the other improvements, I don't think there's a more important one than our young rookie quarterback under center. Plus these little upgrades and stuff like that will help him get that much closer, I think, from a base rating to the escape artist, which is what we really want to get him to, which is very important. But it's up to you guys, man. This is a series for the people. If you guys want to see something different and not go down the quarterback route, by all means, feel free to let your voices know in the comment section below. But that will do it for me here today, guys. Thank you very much for watching. As always, your first time stopping by, don't be afraid to hit that subscribe button, smash the like button if you enjoyed. And until next time, it's C4 saying peace out.